Okay, guys. Hello, hello. We are live. Welcome, welcome to tonight's strategy session. I'm excited about doing these because this gives us a chance to hop right on into your back office to go through everything with you. I'm actually in the midst of mommy noise. Baby, you're coming to close the door? Okay. Just put it behind that chair. All right, cool. Do you know where the legs are for that? Are they in the car? Yeah, to take them. Thank you. Okay, guys. So let me see if the team is on. I just sent the text message out. Oh, snap. I may have to hop off and do a call. Okay, cool. So we'll get started in a second. I'm not sure if anybody can hear me, see me. Is the team on? Let me see. Team, are you on? Is anybody on? Let's see who's on the Hangout. All right. So guys, tonight what we're going to do is go through the back office. We're going to talk about strategies. I'm going to map out some things for you guys to show you what you can do to set your business up for success and all that jazz. So whatever questions you have, bring them here tonight. We will get them answered. And, okay, so we have a few viewers. All right, so I think the team is slowly starting to hop on. And I don't know if they know that this is a hangout. Okay. All right, so we have a few people on. Okay, cool. I see you guys. All right, guys, so this is how this is going to work. If you have any questions specifically, you can hop on. If you don't have any questions, let me see if I can set this up in the CEO tribe. I'm going to set it up this way. See if I can log in. All right, cool. So let's see, CEOtribe.com. No. Let me set this up this way. I think it's going to help all of us so we can be live in here. All right, cool. Let me just put this YouTube link in. So we will officially be on CEOtribe.com website too. All right. Save changes. Okay, cool. Uh-oh, I may have to hop on. I may have to do the national call, guys. Okay. All right. Yeah, they just text me. We had a issue with the call for national call tonight, so I'm doing it. All right, I'm on here for 45 minutes, and then we're gonna hop off. So if y'all have any questions, come out and ask me. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and get started. Can you guys hear me now? I think Kira said you lost me. All right. I see Yolanda. All right, cool. Did you guys have any specific questions? I'm gonna log into the back office so I can walk y'all through some stuff. 52351. All right, if you have questions, come on out and ask. I hear somebody. I'm just logging in. Log into a demo account. Okay, Yolanda, I see you here. Carol, you must have dropped off. Yolanda, did you have any questions? Okay. I can actually hear you, Yolanda. I can hear you typing, so I think you can speak. Try to speak. I can hear you. There you go.
So my question is, if we buy tea, is there echo there?
It's echoing, yeah.
Okay, give me a second. 1 second.
I mean, you can go ahead and talk.
So if we buy tea from other distributors for like $12.50, and at a later date, customers go to our back office, how much are they seeing the price for? So say like I charge $12.50 and the person buys 4 packs of tea from me, that's $60. But a month from now, if they want to reorder and they can go to my website and reorder, how much are they going to be charged?
If they go to your website and order, it's going to be $10. But I'm letting people know, look, it's unavailable right now. So you might be paying a premium. And I sell it for $20 a pack. It's unavailable. The scarcity is there. People understand that. It's unavailable.
Okay.
So it's not on the market. So Guillermo, yay! Yeah, the scarcity is there. So they have to pay to play. Just is what it is.
Okay.
Okay? Okay, cool. Okay, team, listen, if y'all have any back office questions, go to the website if you want to join us on the Hangout. Even if you can't use a speaker, I think you can type into the comments so I can go ahead and walk you guys through the back office. I know many of you guys have been asking me questions about how something works. So if you guys have questions, hop on, and we'll be more than happy to get that answered for you. All right.
It's unavailable. The scarcity is there.
Carol, I can hear your feedback. You have a question? All right. I don't know if you have a question. I'm gonna mute you out, Carol. If you have a question, just let me know. Oh, she keeps dropping. Guillermo, what's going on, my friend? You have a question? You coming out? You just here to help? Yay! I need your help. You may have to take over. I just got asked to take over the call tonight, the national call. So I will need you to help. Okay? All right, awesome. Okay, Tonda?
Yeah.
I get to meet you face to face. Hey!
You can hear me?
I can hear you. You have a speaker there.
Wow. Oh, yes. This is not a good face, but.
Oh, don't worry about it. That's the beautiful thing about Hangouts. It's real life. What's going on?
I have a question. I guess I want to know if when you do I only benefit from my immediate sponsor in terms of how people are signed up?
You mean from spillover?
Yeah, is that what you call it? Yeah. So like,
yeah,
that's how it works.
Yeah, because the leg. Okay, this is a really good question. So let me see if I can find a way to draw some circles. All right. I'm going to share my screen. And then what we're going to do, I'm going to just pull up a blank document. So what happens is you are on your sponsor's leg that they're building is your power leg, and the other leg is your leg, okay? So I'm going to do a new, let's see, Google Drawing. Okay, cool. All right, so let me show you how this works. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, so I'm going to add some circles. Okay. All right.
I'm sorry.
Somebody on kids, just mute yourself out. Who's that? Erica? Okay, cool. All right, so look at my screen, and this is how this works, okay? So this is me here, and this is your sponsor, all right? And then they get there too. I'm just going to kind of do it where you can see how this works. So this is me. This is your sponsor. And then your sponsor is building 2 legs. All right. I wish I had like text box. So this is Nicole. All right. And then this is Shanna. Okay. And then this is Tanya. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And this, I don't know how I can get all the stuff to fit. Let's see. What happens is the leg that is her power leg, you're going to benefit, and I'm trying to do it where you can visually understand. So let me put Shanna over here. All right, and this is you over here. And this is, I'm trying to think it through while I'm mapping this out. So what happens is, this is me. Shanna falls under me, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna do it like this. It's gonna be easier, so you can see how this works. So what happens is, I'm just gonna put that under there. All right. So let's just say this is Shanna's 2 legs, right? Let's draw some legs. Got 1 leg here, and we got 1 leg there. All right. So Shanna falls in my power leg where she's going to benefit from the growth of my team. But as she starts building out her team, actually, oops. As she starts building out her team, as she grows her business, you're going to benefit from the growth of her team. So I'm going to move this over here because it doesn't directly benefit from my leg. She's starting a new leg. I hope this makes sense. Okay, so she has her, oh, this is how this works. I'm sorry. I'm thinking it through while I go through it. So you're on her pay leg, right? Every time you're building your pay leg, your team is going to benefit from your pay leg, all right? So you have power leg, and then you have pay leg. All of us want to be building our pay leg, but sometimes you have to build both. I have to build both, right? But what happens is if she's building her business, she's going to put 1 on her left, 1 on her right, okay? Mm-hmm. What's going to happen is you're going to benefit from her pay leg. So as her team is growing, you'll benefit from the pay leg, and then your team is going to benefit from your pay leg. Does that make sense? Because you want the people that you bring into the business to this is your pay leg and your power leg, right? So this is what happens. You essentially want to put you want to put your people on your pay leg. Most of us are building out our pay leg, and then we benefit from the growth of our power leg. But sometimes you have to build both. So what happened is she got 1 on her left, 1 on her right. I don't know which one you fell on, but essentially you're benefiting from her pay leg, and as you build your team, they're going to benefit from your pay leg. Okay? Does that make sense? You're going to have 1 on your left and 1 on your right. What happens is if you build out and put a bunch of people on your power leg, you don't get paid on that leg, so it doesn't benefit you. You want people on your pay leg that you bring into the business. You're going to have to put somebody on your power leg, but most of the time you want to put people who want to build the business on your pay leg, and you might have a couple of positions hold over here on your power leg. Somebody who might be your mom or your dad may not build the business, you may actually have it on auto ship, but sometimes you got to build both legs. I have to build both.
You want to put people who want to build the business.
Who's that? You guys, Ella, mute yourself out. Okay, cool. Does that make sense, Tonda?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Did I answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. All right, cool. All right, next person, come on out if you have questions. Guys, this is a great time to get deep down into how the back office works, any kind of strategy. Please don't come out here and be shy. Please ask your questions. All right, come on.
Hey, Nicole. Nicole, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Hey, Clay.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Just to follow up with the what you just went over with the pay leg and the power leg. Is there a strategy as to which leg should be your pay leg and which leg should be your power leg? Like if I'm on your left leg, should my power leg be my right leg, or is there any kind? I'm trying to figure out what's the smartest way to build that so that because I'm trying to understand still all the legs. Now
the way it works is, and this is, I'm in my mom's back office, okay? My mom is the first person underneath me, okay? And I'm just now starting to build her business. This is where the spillover falls, and this is where you're building her team, okay? So you got to make sure you have somebody on both legs, and sometimes you want 2 or 3 people extra so that just in case somebody falls off or their auto ship doesn't run, credit card expires, you always have to have somebody qualified on your right and your left. But the deal is, because all this volume is already rolling to my mom, like if I go look, and many of you guys are trying to figure out carryover volume. Let me just show y'all what the carryover volume looks like. All right? Here's the carryover volume. Let's look at my mom. Oh, my God. Look at my mom's. 66,651 on the right side, 3,231 on the left side. You know,
and the left side is her pay leg, is that right? The left side would be her pay leg, is that correct?
Yeah, which is weird. I don't see how she has this carryover in her left leg. I don't understand that, but that's fine. I think it's because it was weeks that I don't know how this is working out. Anyway, 66,000. This is why you have to be binary qualified, because my mom essentially is already almost ambassador with this carryover. So we would just have to build up this one leg. So when she comes home from out of the country, she was like, Nick, I'm ready to run. Okay, cool. So for many of you guys tonight, we were talking about making sure that you are binary qualified and that you have your auto ship, because if my mom was not, she would lose all this tonight. This will become 0, okay? And that's just way too much volume for her to lose, all right? So let's go back. Who's that? My little people intruding in here. So the way that this works strategically, guys, is, and for you, Calais, you fall personally under me. So what you want to do, you're probably seeing a bunch of people in your back office that you have volume, more volume on one side than the other. So what you want to do is look and see which volume is the least, and you want to strategically build that leg. And so the way you strategically build that leg is you say, okay, you want to make sure you're binary qualified and you have somebody on both sides, but then you look at this and say, all right, this week I want to hit director. So you ask yourself, all right, so if I want to hit director, I need to have 1,000 in volume, right? Let me do another one of my little, I'm just going to do a document. All right, so you know your goal this week, let's just say the goal is director, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to increase the size just in case it doesn't show. Okay, so your goal is director. So you don't really have to worry about the right side because it's 31. I don't know what yours is. You want me to log into yours? If you text me, I can log into yours.
No, I know that I'm on your left side, I think. So I think all my volume, all the rollover volume is on my left, and the other side doesn't have much at all. So I'm just getting started. So I know which side is the carryover, which is I think is the left side.
And I think you have more than enough for director over there, right?
I should. Yeah, I just need to get some other things in order. But yeah.
I'm saying the carryover. Do you have more than 1,000 in volume?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. I gotta send a text out for tonight. Hold on one second, y'all. They just asked me to cover tonight's call, so I got to send a text out. So y'all be sure to get people on tonight's call. 19324. Yeah. Spread. All right. Okay. Hold up, hold up. Just send out a text, send out a text, send out a text. We trying to multitask here. Yes, okay. All right, cool. Okay, so the way that this will work is your goal is to hit directly. You need 1,000 in personal volume. I mean, 1,000 in volume. All right, on the left side. So what happens is, and I talked about this in that video, you have 3 ways to get points: 100%, 50%, and 25%. All right. The way that you get 100% is ordering inventory underneath someone in your lower legs. Okay. The way that you get 50% is selling individuals on the promo packages. So that's the $500 package or the $300 package. Okay? And then the other way is 25% is customer purchases. And, oh, Rochelle, sure. If you want to send it to me. I think, thank you, Rochelle. Customer purchases, and then if someone joins, people joining and buying products a la carte. Okay? So what happens is you have to ask yourself, all right, how am I gonna, what do I want to do to hit this 1,000 in volume? You have a couple of choices. When you look at the packages, the $500 packages, they equal 250 in volume. Okay? The $300 packages equal 150 in volume. So if you were to do 4 of these, 4 $500 packages, they would equal 1,000 in volume. Boom, you sell that, you get 4 people in the business at the $500 package, that's going to get you to director. For the $300 package, 7 people at the $300 package is going to equal 150 times 7. I think that's 1050. 150 times 7. Yep, it's 1050. Equals 1050 in volume, right? So you can look at this and say, all right, my goal is to get 4 people in the business this week at the $500 option. You also can increase inventory. So you might buy inventory. So you might say, okay, I'm going to buy 3 resolutions. That alone will get you 300 points, right? I mean, 300 in volume, because there are 100 each. You can say, I'm going to buy some NutriBurst, some NRG, whatever. You do a combination. And then for the 25%, you might have somebody come into the business, and they might buy $100 worth of products or $200 or $300 worth of products. So let's say somebody comes in at $100 level or $200. They just buy $200 worth of products. That would equal 25. You would get 50% of the points, and you would end up with 50 points.
Okay.
Right? Because if they buy $500 worth of, $200 worth of products, 25% of that is 50 points. If they get $100 worth of products, that's 25 points. So what you have to do is look at it and say, okay, my goal this week to hit directory is I'm gonna invest personally in like 200 in 200 in inventory. You might have a budget, right? So you might say, I'm gonna do $200 in inventory. Let me decrease the size of this real quick so I can. And this is just how I do it. I really look at my numbers. And I say, all right, what do I need to accomplish this week to make it happen? And then I set goals around it. Right? So you might say, I'm going to go ahead. I think that's still too small. You might set a goal and say, all right, this week's plan, I'm going to buy inventory. Right? And I'm going to invest $200. Then you say promo packages. I'm going to set a goal to sell $500 in promo packages or whatever. Sell two to three packages. So let's just do, for example, one 500. This is how you got to plan. One 500, that's 250 in volume. And I'm going to sell two 300. And that's going to total 300 in volume, right? So right there, if we look at the numbers, we already at, if you do 200 inventory, that's 200 in volume. Right? Then you come down to math. So you got 500, 6, 7, that's 750 in volume so far. So your remaining goal is, all right, I'm going to do some customer sales and additional team members who might come in at the lower packages. So you might have 2 people at the $200 level, which will give you 100 points. And then you might, I don't know, you got to do the numbers and look and see what makes sense. And say, I might get people at the $100 level, and that's 75 points. So now you're like 125 points off. So you can play with it and say, oh, I might just invest 325 in my business, so that way I have 325 in volume, if you have the budget. Or, guys, listen, you can go out here and promote the resolution. You know, that lady sold 27 resolutions. I don't know if it was in 2 days or 2 hours, but I know she did it in less than 2 days. But you can try to sell product and get people to send you the money, and you place the orders in your back office so you can get 100% of the points. But you just have to play with the numbers. You got to understand how the numbers work so you can know strategically how many people do I need to sign up this week, how many sales do I need to make, how much volume do I need to have. And then the beautiful thing too, though, guys, is when you get a team, you don't want to do all this heavy lifting yourself, right? The customer sales and the promo packages and stuff can come from your team, because the goal is to have your team become binary qualified, and they build their team. So all of these different packages can fall from your team members, because this is a total of 5, 6, 7, 8 people in your organization that week. So if you have 2 people in your business, you help those 2 people get 2. That's 4 taken care of off of this list. Then you help those 2 people get 2. You always want to go help your team members so that, guys, you're not caught up every single week trying to qualify every week. Because if you got to do all this by yourself to hit director, that means that next week your points are going to be back at 0 and no growth. But if you go and help your team start incorporating this, so you tell your team member, all right, cool, this week you're going to get binary qualified. You want to try to get a $500 member or a $300 member. Get your people in at the 5, 3, 2, or 1 this week, right? And you tell them, let's start from the top. If you can get somebody in at the 500, like I don't know if Marco is watching this, but he called me today. He said, Nick, I got 2 people today in the business. One came in at the $500 level, one came in at a lower package, right? But boom, right off the bat, he already has 2 new team members in the business. He can help those 2 people be able to qualify, right? Help those 2 people to become binary qualified. So he's almost on his way to being able to, you know, hit director this week. So you have to look at it and look at the numbers and just really strategically map out what you want to do, because I share this all the time. When I got started, I mapped out exactly what I wanted to do and how it was going to look. So I knew how many people I needed in my organization. I knew I wanted to hit regional first month, right? Mm-hmm. Can you see this? I don't know if it's increasing. Okay, there we go. So these were my goals before I even joined the business. I knew I wanted to hit regional. I knew I needed to be active with 120. I knew I needed to be binary qualified. I knew I needed to have, I knew I needed to have 1 personally sponsored executive director. I knew I needed to break an exec. I knew I needed 10,000 in volume, right? And so I had a goal. I was really unrealistic. I haven't hit 10,000 a week yet. I'm kind of far off from that. But I knew that I needed to launch, and my goal was to launch with 50 people in my business. My first week, I think I signed up 30-plus people, and they came in with people. So I had more than 50 people on week 1. I knew I needed 10 people frontline, where I think I had 35 people frontline to me. You know, I had goals, and so I looked at my numbers, and I was like, all right, I need to help people get binary qualified immediately. I need to help 2 people, help them get a minimum of 200 each in their business. If I can help those 2 get their 2, that's 200 people, $200 each person that they get in. I didn't know the numbers, so I put 200 PLV. This is so wrong. I had no idea what I was talking about. But you can see I was trying to plan this thing out. I didn't understand the percentages and all that stuff. But yeah, I knew I wanted to help break 5 to 10 directors in my first month, and I knew they needed a minimum of 80 PV. They needed to be binary qualified. So I just kind of wrote these goals out. So you got to know your numbers. You got to really take the time out, look at this compensation plan, and get familiar with the layout. If y'all don't have this, guys, this should be printed and on your desk, in your office, or in your journal, or wherever it is. You got to study this bad boy and know the ins and outs of this comp plan. Are y'all not hearing me? On the
I can hear you. I can hear you. Yeah.
All right, hold on. I'm getting text saying they can't hear us.
I can hear you fine.
Okay, good. Okay. All right. Okay, cool. All right, so this is the comp plan, y'all. You want to get familiar with this so you know the numbers and you start paying attention to what's required. 1,000 in volume for director and 80 minimum auto ship. But we tell people set it and forget it at the 120, because when you go regional, I don't want to be going back and forth. Uh-oh. Oh. Jeez. Going back and forth trying to remember my auto ship, which is why we do the 120, set it and forget it. But guys, y'all want to get familiar with this comp plan and understand the ranks. All right? So does that make sense, Calais?
Yeah, it does. It does. And if I'm understanding everything what you just said correctly, we should have 3 personally sponsored on the left, 3 on the right for safety, just to make sure that if someone drops out, we don't lose our binary qualified status. We should have our auto ship set at 120. Build out with this plan that you kind of outlined. If your goal is hit director on the leg, which is going to be your pay leg, which is going to be the leg that does not have all the spillover volume. It doesn't have as much volume. Like one side is very heavy. That's the team volume. The other side is where you should be building out individually with this plan that you just shared, and that's your pay leg too as well. Is that correct?
Correct.
Snap. All right.
Yeah, because this is like all my moms. You see where she only has 6 here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this is a week she
the left leg, and she's getting paid her pay. That's also her pay leg, is her left leg, right?
Well, she's getting paid off of off of her pay leg. So let's kind of assess how she hit director that week and what was different that week. All right. As you can see here, you can look at the numbers and see what people produced. And this was a pretty big week. I think a lot of people bought inventory, and some stuff was going on. Some auto ship was running. So like here, this is an auto ship because it says auto ship, yes. Here's another auto ship and another auto ship. So 3 auto ships came through for the 120 plus, right? So right there, you're looking at 386, almost 400 points that we processed from auto ship. Then you have other purchases here where Jasmine purchased something, LaTanya purchased something. You know, a lot of people were purchasing things that week. Whoever Gold Group is, they purchased a lot of stuff. You know, so her volume was really high. My husband joined underneath my mom. My mother-in-law joined, right? Someone else joined at the 250. So it was a pretty big week that week for my mom. And she was able to get 2,000 in points that week, and that's when she hit director, okay? So that was the week of 515 to 521. She was able to accomplish that, which was pretty cool. So you see how the numbers work. Another thing that they have, that's why when your team starts getting on the auto ship too, you can look at something called projected auto ship, and you can see what additional points you have rolling through. So what I did is I went under orders, I went under projected auto ship volumes, and look at this. So my mom falls under me, so she gets the benefit of this leg getting built up for auto ship, okay? So that's just, all these are just auto ship orders that are coming through on these different days. But her side, this week, she doesn't have anything coming through. But next week, look, she has 315, 80, and a 300 worth of auto ship coming through. So that's going to benefit her right off the bat. That's almost 700 points alone, right? So all she would need that week is another 300 to 400 points, and she's going to hit director again. So that's the beauty of having your team on the auto ship, of knowing your numbers, doing your projections. You know, this benefits, this is, so let's just say this week ends on the 4th, right? But let's go to the following week. The following week is from the 5th to the 11th. So let's just do the math on that. From the 5th to the 11th, right here, if you look at projected auto ship, I'm gonna do the calculations real quick. 630 plus 455 plus 1085 plus 460 plus 441 plus 560 plus 455. Guys, that's 3,686 in volume just on the right from auto ship, right? And then on the other side, it's 600 plus 95. 695 on this side. So this week is going to be a good week for her. She just needs another 305 points, and she is director. You guys can go log into your back offices and see, but you can see the projected auto ship when they're coming through. You know, the 40, 40, 120, 200, 441 here. So you pay attention to those things, and what happens is this is her pay leg. So all of her team members, when their auto ship processes, and then whoever falls under her team and their team members' auto ship processes, it all benefits her pay leg, okay? It benefits her pay leg. So it's good to know, you know, look at your numbers, and you can see who's on auto ship and who's not. I don't know if you guys have the advanced orders, but you can go and look at, I pay the $10 a month for the advance, and I can go and show filters. And let me see, which one is it? Here it goes, downline auto ship report. So you can see who's on auto ship just in case people aren't qualifying or whatnot. So here it says IBOs with active auto ship, but you can come and see people who aren't on auto ship. This is another way to see people whose accounts are at risk, right? That they're going to lose. Uh-oh, my mother-in-law is not on auto ship. I got to get her set up, right? So here we see 82 people not on auto ship. So what we need to do, uh-oh, I got to call Marlise. She needs to be on auto ship today. What we need to do is you can easily send an email out to the team. I think you can go, let me see. Let me see if it's the downline report. I just did this for the first time yesterday. Advanced genealogy report. Show filters. No. I'm trying to remember how I sent that email out.
Was that the email you were talking about in the group?
Yeah, I can't remember. Do you remember? Did I tell you how to email?
I didn't get it. I was going to ask you about that. I'm not sure.
Oh, you didn't? I didn't know if it went or not. Let me see. I'm still learning how to use this thing. So I'm wondering, did anybody get an email? I think somebody said they did get an email from me. I don't know. But you can also, okay, Mike is asking me a question. He said, Nick, we're watching the training. Are we able to receive income from the binary now that we are binary qualified? Yes, Mike. When you become binary qualified, that means you benefit from the compensation plan in the binary. So you now can get paid off the binary once you become binary qualified. Okay? So you're going to get paid a binary check. All right? I can't remember how I did the email. Oh, my mom is not on the advance. So I don't know if hers, I don't think she's on the $10 thing. But anyway, you can send an email out. I don't know why you didn't get it, Calais. You should have gotten it. But I'm hoping I'm answering you guys' question to see how this works. But just in case y'all have any more questions, if you have, Calais, did I answer all your questions?
You did. Thank you. Yes.
Okay, cool. All right. Anybody else want to come out? Do you have any questions? Okay, guys, I'm going to have to hop off in a few minutes for this call. Guillermo, I'm going to need you to step in and help take over. Anyone else had any questions? Eric, I see you're on. Ella, I see you're on. Questions. I see a bunch of people watching. If you are watching, post your question in the Facebook group. Hey, unmute yourself. Anybody have questions? I'm looking at the Facebook group. Okay, a lot of y'all had questions. Let me know, or I'm going to have to rush off and get ready for this call. Anybody have any questions? Please make the replay available. I'm out and about, phone about to die. And YouTube froze. Okay, nobody has questions? All right, guys. Somebody tag me in a post. Any points accumulated by our team will go up to us. Correct. Correct, Erica. Any points accumulated will go roll up to you. Okie dokie. Nicole Cooper. Okay, yeah, I got that. Okay. All right. Any word on a meal replacement shake? Not a shake, Mike, but you can use a Tetchui. That is, it is a meal replacement and it's protein. So it's the same thing. You can actually put that in a smoothie and drink it. So we won't have like a replacement shake, but we have the meal replacement protein powder pill that you can take. All right? Okay. Any other questions? Nobody on the Hangout? I see you guys hanging out on the Hangout. Are you on here because you had questions or?
Are you talking to us?
Yeah. Whoever's on the
No, I was just hanging out, but I'll hop off to make room for somebody else if they need to be. But thank you so much, Nicole. You answered my question.
Okay, sounds good.
Ciao.
Okay. Let's see. All right. Okay. Nobody? All right, guys. I'm gonna wrap it up. If you have questions, and we'll do it on the next strategy session. I'm gonna say peace. Go ahead and get on tonight's call. Get your guests on tonight's call. Go promote. I've already put the picture out on Instagram, so I got to get ready for that. So hop on out, people. Hop on out. And all right, guys, that's it. I hope this helped you guys. Talk to you later and have a good night. Bye-bye.